So, Eden Zero is back, and I was actually wrong about last week. I said that we're probably going to get a drip thing about Ziggy being Shiki. Like, last week we learned that Ziggy was Shiki, and then it will be a while before we get his backstory. Nope, we're getting it all right now. And I couldn't be happier, because I really wanted to get his entire backstory off the bat, and it's actually really good. A while back, when the planet Nero 66 was blown up, right before it got blown up, Shiki had a choice to make, either try to stop bombs or escape, and he escaped. And in that chapter, Ziggy tells Shiki that he made the wrong choice, and basically that he was disappointed at him for running away. Now, at the time, I wasn't making videos, so I never really had a chance to talk about it, but that statement always burned in the back of my head, basically, like, why did he care that Shiki didn't try to stop the bombs? Why did he care that he ran away? Was it because he was a disappointed grandfather, or what? The answer is because he was Shiki that tried to stop the bombs. So there are 3 universe Shikis. Currently we're in universe 3 with our Shiki at the moment. Ziggy was universe 2 Shiki. Their dimensions split in this decision, where one decided to run away while the other decided to stop the bombs. Now, the thing is that when Ziggy, Shiki, I'll just call him Ziggy to make it easier, when Ziggy tried to stop the bombs, his power interacted with Rebecca's power of Cat Leaper. They kind of fused together, and with the power of the bombs, everyone that went off, it launched them a year into the future. Because there were 20,000 bombs, it launched 20,000 years into the future together. Oh yeah, and he actually mentions that he is Shiki 2, and the current Shiki that we're reading is Shiki 3, because Shiki 1 is the one who was killed by Drac and Drake. By the way, means that all 3 of them have been the main character of this series, because from the beginning of chapter 1 to the point where he gets shot in the head, we basically followed Shiki 1's story, but he died. So we then moved over to Shiki 2's story, and we followed him up to the point of the bombs, but obviously we didn't get to see his decision because it split off again with Rebecca's power, and we ended up and basically, starting after the time skip, we basically been on Shiki's 3 story. Basically, we've had 3 main characters who are the same person, but not the same person. If that makes you feel sad or depressed, I understand that feeling. There's a real good chance we're probably going to go through Shiki 4, 5, 6, so probably going to keep changing main characters, just as a warning to you. So, after launching 20,000 years into the future, Ziggy is discovered by the androids, as we already know, and they basically give him a new android body with whatever spare parts they have to save his life. Shiki, of course, is freaking out about this. He's absolutely broken, and he basically has like half memory because the change from human to android basically fucked him up a lot, his brain apparently, and so he's not really able to understand who he is or what he is. In fact, he doesn't even remember Rebecca properly, as until they mention that there's a woman that they found as well, and that's when he remembers, it's Rebecca, I have to go to Rebecca, she's my friend. And the androids in the future basically try to stop him, basically try to tell him that she's dead, there's nothing you can even do with her, there's no way you can talk. Ziggy isn't listening to it at all, and he's basically like, Rebecca doesn't care if you're a human or an android, she'll treat you as a friend, I can trust her. Once again, he's not listening, he just in a absolute depression, and they finally relent and say, fine, we'll take you to her. And this is actually really fucked up. They have her currently hanging up, wires going through her, because they're currently experimenting on her because she has a very rare ether. At that point, Ziggy finally accepts the fact that she's dead and there's nothing that he can do. So as decades pass and his body is upgraded with better android parts because he just got the scraps, as time passes he actually forgets basically who he was as a human being, and he can only remember himself as Ziggy, the android. In fact, he doesn't even recognize Rebecca at that point because he visits her body in the future, decades later in the future, and he basically is talking to her like, I don't know who you are, I don't remember you, but I would like to see you alive at least, because apparently we were friends, at least that's what I've been told. So he has he went from having brain damage to complete memory loss at this point. By the way, he's still showing a lot of love and care at this moment for Rebecca and for humanity as a whole, which means this is not evil Ziggy, this isn't dark Ziggy, this is still the good grandpa Ziggy. So all the androids in the future worship Mother as their god. The only problem is that because Mother is the creator of life, once all life was gone in the future, because humanity went extinct 20,000 years in the future, actually it went extinct currently in the present, but it's a problem for the androids 20,000 years in the future because without humanity, Mother is also dead. Mother basically disappears without life being there. And without Mother, basically ether is beginning to fade throughout the cosmos. And now the androids don't have anything to power themselves with, so they are starting to fade and disappear as well. So the only way the androids can survive is if Mother survives, and the only way Mother can survive if there are humans to survive. So the androids in the future, basically they're like a council, there's always a council, decides to come up with a plan to send Ziggy 20,000 years in the future to prevent the extinction of the human race, so to save all of humanity. And also to save Mother, and which in case saves them. So this way, humanity and androids and Mother can all live in harmony together. Here's the thing. It isn't as simple as just sending someone back in time to prevent the extinction. So, the androids have done extensive research on Cat Leaper and other ethers that existed. And they've discovered that there is an infinite number of universes. Currently they're in universe 2, but there's an infinite number. But every single one of them always leads to the same thing. Humanity goes extinct 20,000 years into the past, or our current present, and then basically everything, the universe eventually dies 20,000 years in the future or so. So, there's one exception. That is universe 0, the origin point of all universes, and apparently the place where if something happens there, it affects all universes. If you save one universe, the universe 0, you save all of them. The thing is that they don't have the ability to see that universe. Unlike all the others, can't actually see universe 0. Universe 0 is so special, basically you can only see it going there yourself. So that's their ultimate plan, is just to send Ziggy to universe 0. And he's asking, how do we do this? We're going to build a spaceship. In reality, it's an ark. They're building an ark to basically the flood or the annihilation of the universe. Ark will be Eden's 0, giving in this name because it's planet Eden's. It's being sent to universe 0. Basically, what's happened so far is that Ziggy went back in time with the Eden 0 to universe 1, mind you, to save humanity. But he knew he was turning evil, so he had to cut his plan off early. So this way, when he did turn evil, Shiki, his other self in another universe, would be ready to defeat him. And the evil Ziggy decided, for some reason, to build the Eden's 1, which doesn't make sense at this point, because I figured when Eden's 0, Eden's 1, because it was an upgrade, because 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. But that's not really the case. He did that just so you would understand that enemy of 0, which was meant to save humanity, but the Eden's 1, in this case, is created to destroy humanity. Because it's out there to kill Mother, which will then wipe out all life in the cosmos. Okay. Now, this made sense before, when he was a robot supremacist, because he wanted to wipe out all organic life. But now we know that ether itself exists because of Mother. So if Mother is dead, there is no ether. And if there's no ether, the robots can't function, or they're going to run out of ether once they burn through what's left of it in 20,000 years. So Ziggy isn't just going to wipe out humanity, he's going to wipe out everything. So he's not really a robot supremacist, he's just, what is his plan again? Why is he wiping out everything? I don't understand. Is it because he failed and he couldn't live with the guilt? Or, like, we haven't really gotten that part of his backstory, like, what turned him evil, what turned him dark. At this point, he's not even a robot supremacist, he's just a fucking lunatic. He's just saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to wipe out all life. Human, robot, everything. Why? Well, I love this chapter, and I love the fact that we finally got his backstory to explain what the hell is going on, and we even learned that there's even a Universe 0, which is really cool. Now I'm confused on Ziggy's plan, Dark Ziggy's plan, because he's just going to end all of existence at this point. He's not even going to wipe out humanity, so what is going on? We need an answer on that. We need to understand what turned him evil and why he abandoned his mission to save everyone, to destroy everything and everyone. But hey, this was a really cool chapter, and I'm glad it happened. There's going to be a lot of theorizing about the ending and when it comes to Ziggy, but until then, I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Eden Zero and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.